about their plans in India from the MD and CEO himself, Mr. Sachin Patil. Sachin, welcome to the show and many thanks for joining us. First off, let's begin by knowing about Messe Stuttgart's plans in India and what about the Indian market? Is that the future for the logistics companies?
So we are Messe Stuttgart. We are a state-owned company from the region of Baden-Württemberg, which is in the southwest of Germany, and it's one of the most economic importance area for Germany because key manufacturing is taking place in the region of Baden-Württemberg. So from industries like Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, or Bosch, they are all situated in the region of Stuttgart. And we've been operational since the last 80 years now. And over the course of 80 years, we've developed almost 40 to 45 of our own trade shows or exhibitions taking place in Stuttgart. And we have the most modern venue in the entire of Europe. And now with the expertise of the trade fairs that we organize in Stuttgart, we are bringing our key topics from Stuttgart to India. And we've already executed two of our flagship trade fairs, one for the molding industry, one for the fastening and fixing industry. So show name was Moldex India and Fastnex. We concluded that in the month of January with IMTMA alongside Imtech's forming show. And now just in the next couple of days, we have our flagship event, LogiMAT India, which is a material handling, intralogistics, and supply chain exhibition.
Right, talk to us a little bit about what the plans are for the company. It's been about a year for you in India. What are the plans for the next few years?
For us, like I told you, we have many intellectual properties with us. In general, we are doing a lot of trade fairs in Stuttgart, and we have variety of trade fairs starting from the machinery side, precision tools and manufacturing, to also tourism related shows, also for wellness sector, also for general public as well. So we have plethora of events. At this moment, we have started with our shows for the engineering and precision manufacturing. Namely, like I told you, molding was our first topic that we brought to India. And similarly, now with the interlogistics, which is an important segment for us, we've already now launched this in India. So the idea is slowly bringing our key important topics from Germany to India and organize them in different markets. So these are called satellite trade fairs. So doing satellite trade fairs cover kind of key priority at this point of time for Messe Stuttgart India. We've been operational since last year now, and already in the span of 1 year, we've executed two topics. We've already entered into a partnership and an acquisition for an education topic called as DIDAC India. The DIDAC India show is the biggest education technology skilling resources show in the country today, in fact in Asia. And this show now, we did already one edition of it in September last year. And this year it will be again at New Delhi at Yashobhumi. So this is one of our important shows that we are doing here in India. And like I mentioned, we have now a couple of more topics in pipeline to be launched in India. And we are working actively with partners and associations in India to jointly organize trade fairs here for different markets. And as and when we grow, we will be having our key topics, like I mentioned, coming down to India.
Well, Sachin, I'm a little curious to know why the Indian market first. And also, I believe the exhibition LogiMAT in the next couple of days from 28th of Feb to the 1st of March takes place. What are the offerings that you have at this exhibition?
So, as we know now, India is at the cusp of being the developed nation. So we call India as Vikasit Bharat. And we are actually leapfrogging the development phases and getting into the developed phases of the economy. And in this time, want to be the manufacturing hub of the world. And in order to become the manufacturing hub, we need to have a robust infrastructure which supports manufacturing and exports. And for exports, of course, then obviously your logistics has to be the key aspects, taking care of the export and also for the internal consumption within India. Our goods which we are producing in India should reach every nook and corner of the country. So the infrastructure should support it, and then basically the warehousing and the supply chain should be absolutely robust in order to do the export, also to kind of deliver the goods that we are producing to the end corner of the country. And our show, LogiMAT India, specifically highlights that. So India came up with two big policies. One was the National Logistics Policy and the Gati Shakti Policy. Both are actually focusing on logistics. So the idea is the country right now spends more than 14% in the cost towards 40% of the GDP towards the logistics. So we want to bring down this cost to a level of 7 to 8%. It is a Herculean task to do that. Of course, it will take some time. But our government, the current government, has the vision to bring it down. They are doing many such things. That is the reason we have these nice policies coming in place, and the infrastructure is being built at a rapid pace. Our railway infrastructure, our highways, our airports are being built at every corner of the country, and that will only make India very, very efficient in logistics. Of course, we need more emphasis and focus on the shipping and the ports, but I'm pretty sure eventually it will come. We will be supplying a lot of products across the world from India, and intralogistics then plays a most important role. So LogiMAT is our flagship event in Stuttgart. We've been doing this show for many years, and this is the world's #1 event in the supply chain, warehousing, intralogistic and material handling sectors. And we understand the importance of the Indian market, and we wanted to be in India, and this is the right time. So that the technologies which are across the world, where key economies are using or utilizing those technologies, should also be present or prevalent in India. Thankfully, India has many such companies already existing, but it requires still a bigger infrastructure in play. And all these companies who are participating brings their technologies and equipment to the India. So the adaptation will be much, much more faster. So in the next 3 days, starting from the 20th of February, you would be able to see the technology on display, which will help this cause. There will be many companies who will be coming up with solutions how to increase efficiency in the supply chain, how to stop the leakages in the supply chain, how to deliver goods more efficiently, and many such topics will be discussed. Alongside the exhibition, I must emphasize there are two conferences which are really focused, and every business people who are looking into supply chain should definitely visit this conference as such. And we also have our first awards for the logistics industry called as Logiverse Award. That is also taking place on the 20th of February, and which is bringing the key stalwarts from the industry to the event.
Well, as you know, there are a lot of logistics players in India. What do you think sets Messe Stuttgart apart from these players in India? And what would be your key milestones for the company in the next couple of years?
See, like I told you, we are the organizers of LogiMAT in Germany, which is the world's largest intralogistics show. So which definitely helps us maintaining the same USPs whenever we do show across the world. So LogiMAT has some satellite shows in other parts of the world as well. So we do one LogiMAT event in China, we do event in Thailand, and now the next event is in India. So the plan is that the ecosystem works really well when these companies are going to different markets and bringing their technologies to the different market. So as such, then we are in a unique position where we have the expertise for many years for this industry and many key association in the industry. So you call it SMISS or say for example, Invest India is our key supporter. There is a Multimodal Transport Association of India which is supporting the event. So many key associations are already backing this event, and it is only going to grow in the future. This is just our first attempt. We are doing this event for the first time in India, and it is only going to grow in the future. With the kind of people, the kind of networking we bring into play works very well for the event. And not only, say, for example, the businesses to see what they can bring to the table, they are also able to see what other technologies are currently available across the world. And this makes it as a unique platform to see where the industry is heading at, and also to take benefit from the equipment at display. People are able to see what a specific machine is able to do, what a specific equipment is able to do. And of course, the focus is at sustainability, because we also are looking at net zero targets by 2070. So going forwards, how we can implement net zero strategy also is important for other companies, how to be sustainable. This is also one of the key topics which will be discussed, which not many events does that at this point of time. So this is also one of our USP. As Messe Stuttgart also, we've won several awards in sustainability. We've recently won the German Sustainability Award, which is very, very prestigious, and it is across multiple. So Messe Stuttgart having won that award itself shows our focus and our intent to be sustainable for the future. So this currently is our say USP. But for India, we are very keen, like I mentioned, with the several topics that we have, we are able to bring them to India in the coming years and build a ecosystem where businesses are able to generate ROI from the participation at the event. And we are able to bring different industries from different countries across the world to India, bringing the technology and equipment from across the world to India. This is what we would like to probably see in the next coming years.
Well, Sachin, thank you so much for giving us a rounded perspective. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
I look forward to seeing you at LogiMAT India. Please do come and visit and see where India is heading at in terms of logistics, and what if you are producing something, I think you should be visiting LogiMAT India.